Hey, everybody. I'm so excited for you to manifest every single thing that you are praying for this year and to help you take it to the next level after you finish this amazing Rosh Hashanah webinar. I couldn't hold back from including this incredible styling coach. Why do you need a styling coach? After I lost about 60 pounds of my 80 pounds that I lost, I got myself a styling coach because how we dress and how we interact with our body and our clothing is so important to the message we're putting out to the universe, to the message we're telling God, what we're ready for, what it means to us, and how we respect and treat ourselves. In fact, it's what in honesty, modesty is really all about. So in order for you to be the most blessed this year, I invited a good friend and somebody I deeply respect to talk about how you can really continue to build on this potential for blessing this new year. So Charlene is a coach, a stylist, a motivational speaker. She's helped countless women express themselves through color and style. Her passion is to help women develop their inner strength and confidence by aligning their image and their wardrobe. Since I did my styling, I think it was almost 4 years ago now, 3 years ago, I noticed that I always recommend to clients who are struggling with evening eating to get sexy, gorgeous pajamas in a bright color that makes them feel good, and on Shabbat to affect their clothing in different ways. And so I'm so excited to invite Charlene here to give us her best tips. Because as we enter the new year, we want to get out of the scarcity around confidence, being out there, get a clear version of what we need to do to allow God to give us what we're asking for. Thank you so much for being here, Charlene. When I invited you to this webinar, I asked you, what is one thing we can do to feel better today in our clothes and ourselves so that we feel worth investing in ourselves?
Well, I love that question. And the one thing is always for me, I always go back to color. And I know I'm wearing white, but there's always a touch of color, a touch of, I don't know if you guys can see it, I have a little blue in my hair, because that's my happy color. That's my happy place. So anytime I walk by a mirror or when I'm brushing my teeth, there's always something that brings me back to my happy place. I love color also has meaning for everybody has their favorite color, and every color has a meaning. And we like to, relate, you say, okay, I like that color because there is no because, it's something we're drawn to. There is a whole psychology around it. But even more so, there is, Hasidism brings color into, we wear white on Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, on Shavuot, it's a purity, but it's a symbol of our love for God. The blues are awe-inspiring. People say, wear blue to an interview because it makes you more confident, but blue is calming and inspiring. And when you think of a talit, the classic talit, the white talit with tchelet, with the blue strings, this is what brings us closer to the spiritual ideal. And when we see ourselves and we can see that, we can bring that ideal into inside and out, from the outside in. So it's wearing it could be the white clothes, it could be turquoise, it could be blue, it could be red. Red is fire and emotion and excitement. And if that's the color that lights you up a little bit, it can be a scarf, it can be an earring, it can be a beautiful mitpachat, it can be a pin, but that little extra something, it's every time you see it will bring you back to yourself and bring you back to your spirituality and to your love for the Almighty. I know it sounds, I'm sorry if I'm sounding.
No, this is exactly where you're supposed to be with that kind of talk. My language.
Your language. They say, actually, for each of the angels actually is represented by a color. And if you think about it, we relate, just like we relate to the angels, the angel Michael, is white. Michael is the one who's our protector. He is the guardian at the gates. Gabriel from strength and resilience is red. And Uriel, I have a son Uriel, so I'm a little is blue, which is it's the calm and the dignity and the merciful. So if you think of what your colors mean, when you see them, it'll put you in that place where you want to be. There's a lot of talk of yarok actually in the Torah. We think of it as green, but it's actually been described as blue or turquoise. It's a blue-green. And if you want, for those of you who love purple, take your blue, that fire and that excitement, and you mix it with the red of the calm. And you have that royalty and that feeling. It's a feeling of everything working together and being complete.
Wow. You just blew my mind. I love this because our whole purpose with this webinar is to elevate our experience of our life for the coming year with intention. And the magic of getting out of our own way and really seeing, wow, if I'm being in alignment and a match for what I want, it's just gonna come with so much more ease. And even though there's always reminding yourself and pulling yourself back to what you want, it's exactly what you said. Every time you walk by the mirror, even though there's some stressful things might be going on, you see that blue, and intentionally you set an intentional connection to that color. But you didn't just set it, you're tapping into something that God created in the very fabric of the universe. So it's not just, I decided blue means to me being calm. It's in the entire fabric of the universe, blue means being calm. So if I can just tap into that, I'm going to allow God to work through me and bring me back to calm easier than if I'm just, oh, I wish I was calm. I'm never calm. This never makes me calm. This kid is driving crazy.
It me crazy. Yeah. But I mean, the blue, but if you think of where blue is in nature, but think of it, it's the blue skies, the expanse of the ocean, all the things that bring you, that center you and bring you in. And if you're wearing that, even, you know, people wear the red bindle,
right,
for negative and evil, against an evil eye, but it's more than that. Blue is actually the color against an evil eye more than, but that having a little ribbon around your wrist, it just brings you, there's your color, there's your reminder.
I think that's so powerful. I can't, I'm like, I got goosebumps. It was so good. On Shabbat, it's really like we get dressed intentionally all the time, but I think a lot of us maybe spend a little bit more money, a little bit more consciousness when we're getting dressed on Shabbat. And, you know, my clients are also concerned about having the most vibrant, amazing health this year. And something I'd love your opinion that how we can take this and be practical is if we're always talking about getting into your ideal weight mindset on Shabbat, where you're looking at all of these other elements. Debbie talked about being intentional with that God already intended this cucumber and tomato when you're cutting your salad on Shabbos for you to eat. That's how abundant you are with money and everything in your life. And Rebecca Saltzman talked about, you know, when you're making a cucumber salad, make 8 different kinds of cucumber salad with different dressing to keep it like super, you know, easy and declutter your life and make it easier to do what you want. And Bev talked about being present. So like even when you're with a kid and things are a little crazy and you're cutting that salad, to just remember, we don't always have to exit a negative motion. It's incredibly powerful to just be present in one. And so now we're going to bring in this element of color, of intentionality, of looking at our environment and how we see ourselves every time we look in the mirror. And I know so many people have a pain point here. Every time I look in the mirror, I don't recognize myself because my face doesn't look like me. And so how can we leverage the power of color to make a different connection when we look in the mirror? Maybe my face shape has changed over the years. Maybe I have more wrinkles. Maybe I am not as lean as I used to be. And there's so many positive ways that I can be bringing out vibrant health for myself. But what color could we wear on Shabbos? Could we think about? What could we do to every time we walk through the mirror when we're in the moment of transformation, right? Like we're not where we want to be yet, but we really want to get closer to it. What could we do to get us closer to it, to start to make a better association with seeing our reflection in the mirror?
Wow. It's a wonderful question. I love, one of my favorite things is actually to write on the mirror. Red lipstick works wonderfully. I'm enough.
Yes.
I'm enough. Just the way I am, just the way I'm not. I am enough. And that reminder gets us out of the head of I can't and I won't and I'm not. No, you are perfect the way you are.
And that's why you deserve the vibrant health and the looking your personal best, because you are enough, not because that makes you enough.
You are vibrant and you are your best each and every day.
Yes.
You know, there's no negative there. And any positive we bring just brings us up to a different level. It's not necessary, it's not even a better level. We are perfect the way we are. And we tend to forget that. God created us. We are created in the image of God. Who are we to say that I'm not good enough?
Yes. I did a reel today for this webinar, and I did the quote from the Rebbe, and he said, every time that we're working on ourselves, right? We're not making progress. That's a lie. We're actually just going back. We're doing teshuvah. We're coming back to the divinely perfect creation that God made us.
Yeah. I just wanted to quote something for you. Speaking of the Rebbe, because I love this. Hasidism teaches us the sanctuary, you know, the Beit HaMikdash doesn't exist out there. It exists within us. God said, make me a sanctuary and I will dwell in them, not in the Beit HaMikdash, but each and every one of us is the sanctuary. So who are we to say that we're not good enough? We have God within us. And that's what you see when you walk by the mirror. You're not seeing this, you're seeing what's within. And if you
color can help bring us back there.
The color and call it red lipstick on the mirror, right? Whatever, put a blue note on the mirror. It's just something there to give you a spiritual a kick in the butt. What I also love in terms of food, they say we eat less on darker plates.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah. So it could be a dark blue. It doesn't have, I'm not saying you should eat on black plates, but if you put your food, you know, we love to say, you set a beautiful white tablecloth on Shabbat. Imagine the beauty of a dark blue plate on that. And then you're eating more mindfully, because it's a psychological trick, but then you don't have to think about it because it just kind of happens automatically.
Incredible. Okay, guys, you got 2 tips, not just one. And this is really good to enhance your experience this Rosh Hashanah, to eat mindfully, to every time you go by the mirror, to really feel like I'm a match for all this blessing that I'm davening for this year. I'm here, I'm present. Thank you so much. Right here on the side is all of the things where people can find you. But if they wanted to just get in touch with you, where's the best place to have a quick Instagram, Facebook? Where are you hanging out on social media?
I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I check daily. I am, offering a clarity call for Rosh Hashanah. Let's get you in the mood, in the groove, focusing forward. My gift to you is half an hour of my time to explore what you'd like in terms of color, in terms of who you are. How do you want people to see you?
Incredible. And I know you have a limited amount of time, so it's definitely going to be first come, first serve. So people should not be like, oh, well, maybe I should take you up on this. You should absolutely take her up on this right away. And Shana Tova and Shabbat Shalom.
Shana Tova to all of you. Thank you, Lily. This was really, it was my pleasure, and it was a gift for you to me to have me here. So thank you so much.
My pleasure.